Hello and welcome to grammar class. Today's topic is attributive and predicative adjectives. Well, as you know, an adjective is a word that modifies or describes a noun or a pronoun. For example, in the sentence, I have an old camera, the word old is describing the noun camera. Hence, old is an adjective. And then in the sentence, your painting is beautiful, the word beautiful is modifying or describing the subject noun painting. So beautiful is also an adjective. But we notice here that in the first sentence, the adjective old has come before the noun camera, while in the second sentence, the adjective beautiful has come at the end of the sentence after the linking verb is. So we see that adjectives can be used at different positions in sentences. And now based on their placement in sentences, there are two ways of using adjectives: attributive and predicative. So first up, what is an attributive adjective in English grammar? Well, remember, an attributive adjective is one that comes before a noun or immediately after a noun or pronoun to describe it as an attribute in a sentence. So attributive adjectives have two positions. They may either come before the noun they describe or immediately after the noun or pronoun that they modify. In this way, attributive adjectives are also of two types. If an attributive adjective comes before a noun in a noun phrase, it's known as prepositive or prenominal adjective. For example, the black car is following us. In this sentence, the adjective black is placed right before the noun car to describe it. So it's an attributive adjective of the prepositive type. In the next example, I have a new camera. The adjective new is placed immediately before the noun camera to describe it. So new is also a prepositive attributive adjective here. Black and new are both attributive adjectives of the prepositive type because they are both placed immediately before the respective nouns that they modify. But make no mistake, as I said earlier, attributive adjectives may also be used immediately after a noun and even a pronoun. So to put it simply, if an adjective is used immediately after the noun or the pronoun it modifies, it's known as the postpositive or post-nominal adjective. For example, who is the Secretary General of the United Nations? In this sentence, the adjective general comes right after the noun secretary to modify it. So it's an attributive adjective of the post-positive type. Now look at the next example. I want somebody reliable. In this sentence also, the adjective reliable comes immediately after the pronoun somebody to modify it. So by definition, it's a post-positive adjective. Yes, post-positive adjectives also modify certain pronouns. We learn that attributive adjectives may be prepositive or post-positive and they highlight a certain attribute or characteristic of the noun they modify. Up next is the predicative adjective. So what is a predicative adjective in grammar? You see, a predicative adjective always comes after a linking verb such as be, seem, look, feel, appear, sound, etc. to modify a noun or pronoun as a subject complement. It's called a predicative adjective because it forms part of the predicate of a sentence. For example, Tom is lazy. In this sentence, the adjective lazy comes after the linking verb is to describe the subject noun Tom. Here lazy is a subject complement forming part of the predicate to complete the sense. So clearly lazy is a predicative adjective here. Now see the next example. The rose smells sweet. Here too the adjective sweet comes right after the linking verb smells. Here sweet is acting as a subject complement completing the sense of the subject noun rose. So it's a predicative adjective. In the next sentence, the garden looks beautiful. The adjective beautiful is also a predicative adjective. Why? Because the adjective beautiful comes right after the linking verb looks to complete the sense of the subject noun garden. We notice that the linking verbs in these sentences link the adjectives with their respective subjects. In this way, lazy, sweet, and beautiful are examples of predicative adjectives. They act as subject complements and complete the meaning of the sentence. We know that there are different types of adjectives, but only proper and qualitative adjectives are used both attributively and predicatively. But all other types of adjectives are used attributively, not predicatively. We know that a proper adjective is made from a proper noun. For example, this is a Chinese dish. Here Chinese is a proper adjective used attributively before the noun dish. However, in the sentence this dish is Chinese, the same proper adjective Chinese is used predicatively after the linking verb is. In the next example, ours is a big country. Big is an attributive adjective to modify the noun company. Big is a qualitative adjective, hence it can be used predicatively as well. For example, in the sentence our country is big, the adjective big has been used predicatively after the linking verb is. So proper and qualitative adjectives can be used both attributively and predicatively. But if you look at the sentence, there is much water here. Much is a quantitative adjective modifying the noun water. It's been used attributively before the noun it modifies. But this quantitative adjective much cannot be used predicatively. In the sentence water is much, the predicative use of much after the linking verb is to modify the subject noun water is grammatically incorrect. Similarly, demonstrative, possessive, distributive, and interrogative adjectives are also used attributively. However, there are certain other types of adjectives which are used only in the attributive position. In English grammar, these are called attributive-only adjectives. First and foremost, adjectives made from material nouns are attributive only. For example, he wears cotton clothes. In this sentence, the noun cotton is used as an adjective to modify the noun clothes. In the next example, a wooden chair is kept there. The adjective wooden comes from the noun wood. So adjectives such as cotton and wooden are made from nouns, hence they are always used before the noun they describe. We cannot say his clothes are cotton or the chair is wooden. Next, adjectives made from the names of directions such as east, west, north and south are only used attributively. For example, the eastern sky boasted of a rainbow. Here the adjective eastern is used before the noun sky to modify it. And then in the sentence a north wind is blowing, the word north is used as an attributive adjective before the noun wind to modify it. Adjectives made from the pattern noun plus ed are also attributive only. We have two examples here. Four-footed with the noun foot plus ed and one-eyed with the noun eye plus d. Such adjectives are attributive only. They always come before the noun they modify. We cannot say this man is one-eyed or this animal is four-footed. Now up there on your screen are certain adjectives which are only used attributively. Elder, former, future, same, exact, mere, sheer, utter, prime, main, chief, urban, rural, little, live, olden, etc. are attributive only adjectives. We cannot use any of these adjectives predicatively in a sentence. For example, this is the main reason. In this sentence, the adjective main has been used attributively before the noun reason to modify it. But we cannot use main as a predicative adjective. So for this reason, the sentence this reason is main is grammatically incorrect. The word little is also an attributive only adjective. So it's been used right before the noun daughter to modify it. But the predicative use of the same adjective little in the next sentence, her daughter is little, is incorrect. The word utter is also an attributive only adjective. So the use of utter before the noun negligence is correct. But if you use it predicatively after the linking verb is, it will be grammatically incorrect. So it's ridiculous to say this negligence is utter on your part. We know that postpositive adjectives are also attributive adjectives, but they occur immediately after a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Now let's learn their usage. Postpositive adjectives come immediately after indefinite pronouns such as something, somebody, someone, etc. For example, I want something spicy. Here the adjective spicy has been used immediately after the indefinite pronoun something to modify it. Hence, spicy is a post-positive adjective here. Post-positive adjectives are also used as an objective complement. For example, in the sentence, I made the beggar happy, the adjective happy has been used immediately after the noun beggar to modify and complete its sense. And since beggar is the object of the verb made, happy is a post-positive adjective acting as an object complement. A post-positive adjective may also be used after a noun before which a superlative degree adjective has been used attributively. And both these prepositive and post-positive adjectives modify the same noun. For example, who is the most intelligent man present here? You see, in this sentence, most intelligent is a superlative attributive adjective before the noun man. But the adjective present comes immediately after the same noun man to modify it as well. So present is a post-positive adjective here. And then post-positive adjectives are also used after units of measurement of distance, time, etc. The film is 2 hours long. As you know, an hour is a measuring unit of time. So the adjective long used here after the noun hours is a post-positive adjective here. Years is also a unit of time. So the adjective old following the noun years is a post-positive adjective. And in the last example, kilometers is a unit of distance. Hence the adjective far coming after the noun kilometers to modify it is a post-positive adjective as well. There are also some adjectives in English which are only used in the predicative position. These predicative-only adjectives are used after a linking verb to modify the subject noun as a subject complement. Afraid, alike, asleep, alone, aware, afloat, alive, ashamed, awake, upset, ill, well, glad, etc. These adjectives cannot be used attributively or before a noun to modify it. For example, the baby is asleep. In this sentence, the adjective asleep has been used predicatively. It has come after the linking verb is to modify the subject noun baby as a subject complement. The same adjective asleep cannot be used in the attributive position or before a noun to modify it. So in the sentence, don't disturb the asleep baby, the attributive use of asleep before baby is incorrect. We can say the sleeping baby instead. Another example is the student is ill. We know that ill is also a predicative-only adjective. So in this sentence, the predicative use of ill as a subject complement is grammatically correct. However, we cannot use this adjective attributively. We can't say, where is the ill student? The use of ill before the noun student to modify it is wrong. Instead of ill, we should say, where is the sick student? So remember these adjectives well. They are used only in the predicative position. That's the end of today's class. Hopefully you liked the video. Please be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click the notification bell for more grammar content. Thanks for watching.